It works. That's all I can say. You know, everybody doesn't adapt to this concrete surface. Carl Edwards has obviously done that. He's found a field that he's looking for, and when you get something like that, you just have to forget, Andy, kind of what the setup shows it should be and give the driver what he needs.
And that's exactly right. I've seen that too. You know, some drivers just drive the car differently, and the same setup will make the car handle completely different if you have a different driver in it. So you just give him what he wants, and Carl Edwards, it's like he can take just about anything on concrete and make it work.
Let's look at Mike Bliss right there in the 19. You want to talk about a team that's, you know, they don't have a big budget. He's running 9th right now on the racetrack. Elliott Sadler in the 2 car is 1 lap down. He is 2nd in line for the lucky dog. The guy he's got to chase is the 18 of Joey Logano.
He's getting down to it now, though. There's only 13 laps to go.
See Ryan Truex there, who's had a great run. He's in the 8th spot in that 20 car. He's had a good run, a top 5 car and driver all day long. Got caught, unfortunately, in that round of pit stops under the green when the caution came out.
And we documented how his season has gone. His career best, of course, back at Richmond in this car in 4th when he came home there. And now the laps winding down, and looks like he's on his way to another top 10. Yeah,
he was a solid 3rd whenever he made that pit stop. You know, we had shown after that one restart, he and the 22 car, Brad Keselowski, running together. He literally drove away from Keselowski. So been a solid day. Just things didn't go his way to get the finish that he really deserves.
Yeah, he was a big loser in that round when that caution came out. One of the big winners was Casey Kane in that 38. He has not really been up in the top 5 at all today, and when that caution flag fell, it felt just right for him.
Yeah, and the other guy's a big winner is right behind Casey Kane there in the 5th spot. Our points leader, Ricky Stenhouse. This has all worked out great for him to increase that points lead. He's got himself a nice little cushion. Going to have a nice day. He's actually the first regular nationwide driver in that 5th spot.
He said if we could get a top 5, he would take it. If he thought he had a car that could win, he would take it. Let's get more from Jamie Little.
And just at the right time. This is the best the car has been all day. And DJ, you said he's got himself a little cushion. Well, tomorrow's his birthday, so he's going to sit back and relax and enjoy the finish they ended up with today.
He will be 24 years old tomorrow, so we'll wish him a happy birthday. His teammate Trevor Bayne, there he is in the 16, as he is running 6th position. And boy, this team has been, shall we call, snake bit ever since he came out of the hospital. They have had some tough breaks, and here he's got a good run going. Let's get more from Dave Burns.
And he tells us that one of the reasons why he's running so much better right now is new crew chief Chad Norris, since Bristol of this year, starts with the Carl Edwards setup on his car. They never did that before. They start with Carl's setup, then they tweak it for Trevor, and he said that's made a huge difference. He likes it.
Yeah, I like the way Chad Norris communicates with Trevor too. I think they've got some good things ahead of him.
He had the 1 top 10 finish in his last 6 starts. He missed this race in May because remember that he watched that race on TV from the hospital.
Now, I'm pretty sure he's just hoping he gets through these next 7 laps with nothing the way their season has gone. And a good solid day for them here.
Let's go back to the battle for 2nd place. Brad Keselowski and Clint Boyer. It's starting to tighten up. There you can see just how close it is. And now with just 6 laps to go.
Might be too late for Clint Boyer, but right now he does have the fastest car. If he can get by this 22 of Brad Keselowski, he might be able to mount a little bit of a charge.
They're both trying to chase down that 60 of Carl Edwards. There he is in the blue and white. And the laps just keep clicking off. This time by, there are 5 laps to go.
See, Carl was getting held up there a little bit by the lap car.
That's Fane Skinner in the 39. He's several laps down. Here comes Keselowski to clear. And the 33.
Yeah, he's had it hung out, and these drivers tell me as they get about this distance, about 2 to 3 car lengths away from a car, they start losing the nose a little bit, and it makes it more difficult. They can run these cars down, but then making that pass is more difficult.
4 laps to go for Carl Edwards. He leads everybody in concrete wins in the Nationwide Series. This will be number 9 if he can finish the deal. It will also time for his season high in victories. He collected 7. Yeah.
Clint got way out of shape getting into turn 3.
And lost a lot of ground.
I know he was driving it hard. You have to wonder if he had the tire going down at all, or if that was just trying to overdrive to get to the back bumper of Brad Keselowski.
Well, that gives Brad a little bit of breathing room as we've got about 2.5 laps to go. We mentioned the 7 wins. If he can pull it off, that would tie his 2008 mark. He won the championship. And there is the numbers, as you can see. It would tie that mark from 2008, and he is just 2 laps away from completing the deal.
Well, I tell you, when they brought Mike Beam over just a year ago to this race team, it has really made a big difference. Mike is a very smart individual, been around this sport a long time, has worked hard, but he and Carl Edwards really click as a team.
White flag one more time.
It'll be his 9th win with crew chief Mike Beam if he can just complete 1 more mile here at the Monster. And remember, he told us before the race, he says, my Cup car is better than my Nationwide car. Well, he is going to lead 179 laps, and Carl Edwards coming through the last couple of corners, some slower traffic ahead of him, but it's not going to deter him. Here at Dover, Carl's going to win on the concrete again.
Oh, man, good job. Awesome, awesome. It's been a great year working with you, Mike. It's over for sure, right? Yes, sir. I guess.
Just want to make sure the checker flag is out.
The race is over, Carl. You've got the win. And I think the fans are going to get a visit in the stands again.
Yeah, it was actually over quite a few laps ago as far as the rest of the competition was concerned.
It'd been over a long time ago.
Yeah, we had 4 different leaders. Keselowski and Sadler each led 10 laps. Mike Wallace stayed out to lead 1 lap. Carl led the other 179. But we had a lot of action going on behind him, that's for sure.
They made some runs at him. They just couldn't ever get to him and put enough pressure on him for him to make a mistake.
His 36th career win, 9th on concrete, more than anybody else in Nationwide history. We've documented that before, and there he is, waiting to climb out of the car on the front stretch here at Dover. Well, if his Cup car is better than today's car, tomorrow everybody could be in trouble.
Okay, this backflip's tricky on this bank.
I was wondering about that too. I was thinking about what Marty was talking about, that 9 degrees of banking here.
Yep, here he goes. And look, it sends him backwards, but he recovers nicely.
Not going to give him a 10. He didn't quite stick that way.
The Russian judge didn't like it, huh?
No. He gets a 10 for the driving ability today. I will give him that.
Here he comes up into the stands. This has become his trademark.
Fans love him for it, too.
And as he's celebrating, let's catch up with a very happy crew chief. How about it, Dave?
Yeah, and Mike couldn't even watch the backflip. He didn't want to see what could have occurred, but he nailed it, just like you did on the setup. You told me this morning you were doing just a little bit of guessing. You guessed right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it worked out well for us. You know, we really was watching the weather, and you know, Scott Gray's the engineer. He's the best. He's the best engineer there is. I mean, you know, he works really hard at it. You know, and of course, Carl, you know, he kept wearing me out last night on the phone, and you know, finally said, man, just wait and see if it rains. And then I looked out the window and it was raining. So, you know, it's like, okay, well, we'll decide in the morning, you know, and the sun was out. So, you know, really had to load it up there. And, you know, I knew it was going to have that competition caution at lap 40. So, you know, I really wanted to, you know, get the thing to fire off there, and it worked out well, you know, and it's like I kept watching the 33 and I go, man, I don't know if I can make it any better. I probably can make it worse. And, you know, we took a little chance here at the end, and it worked out good, you know, but, you know, I got to thank all the guys there, you know, at our Concord shop there, you know, and like I said, you know, Al Allen's body guys, they do a great job, and, you know what I'm saying, Jeff Silver and Kyle Zossi and Dunlap and those guys, you know, and, you know, Diesel, he helps us a lot, you know, the guy, so, I mean, just, and this engine ran great, you know, Jack, but I got to thank, you know, Fastenal, of course, and, you know, Valvoline, and that next gen oil is still working very well for us, and, you know, and definitely Ford Motor Company for all their support. We had this car in the tunnel, worked hard on it, so all the hard work's paid off.
Congratulations, Mike. Hey, DJ, did you ever wear your crew chief out to a victory?
Yeah, a few times, yeah. There were a couple of long nights, yeah, making phone calls. I think it's finally to the point they wouldn't answer me anymore.
Well, Carl has 5 Nationwide Cup weekend sweeps. That ties him with Kyle Busch. Will he be doing this tomorrow? Well, we'll find out.